In this lesson, we're going to continue with Fabrics and Marvelous Designer. But first of all, what I've done is our basic bed that we saved out as an OBJ earlier. I've imported the duvet OBJ that we just exported out of Marvelous Designer into here, collapsed it to an editable poly, stuck a basic box on for a headboard, and I've exported that now as an OBJ to bring back into Marvelous Designer and work with that so we can simulate some pillows on there. So we'll just save that. We'll go into Marvelous Designer. We will import an OBJ. Duvet for Marvelous Designer is what I've called it, just so I know where I am. Millimeters, load as avatar. Okay. And then once we have that, we now have an avatar that we can play with. So we'll just save this as before begin. And now we can start looking at some pillows. I think the first thing we'll do is just make a basic throw. So we know the bed was 1500. We made the duvet 2250, I believe. So if we make the duvet, if we make the throw 2500, we'll do it by a meter. We'll sync that so it shows up in the scene. And this is going to be a lot more basic than the duvet was, which is, I'm sure you're probably glad about. We'll copy, Control CV, hold Shift, and we'll copy and paste that. We'll select the top one, rotate, select the bottom one, rotate for the normals like we did before. We'll just move that just to Z axis and align them, and then we'll just do some quick stitching. So we should be able to, oh no, done it wrong. Still done it wrong. Should be able to stitch these together. Oops. Opposite edges. And a similar technique that we've done with the bed, we'll just quickly simulate that. So it's stitched, and then while it's in the air, we will lift it up and we'll fold it in half. Or we'll put some pins in it so it folds in half. So we'll just stick W pin, W pin, oh, gone upside down, and W pin there. And we'll just let that continue to simulate. Maybe we'll put one in the middle here on the bottom just in case. I don't want that to hang down. We'll select these two and we'll just go and select cotton again. And we'll go back to this and we can simulate that, and hopefully it'll catch in the middle and fold in half for us. Which it has. So now we can pause sim, 3D garment, remove all pins, select it and move it into position, and we'll hang this over the edge of our bed. Well, over the end of our bed, sorry. So we'll drop this down. Don't want it to cover up too much of that nice detail on the end, so we'll move it up a little bit. Put it to there, and we'll just simulate that and see how it looks. That's not too bad. It's got a bit of an awkward fold here, which I'm not too happy about. I'll try and pull that out, possibly. I don't really think it would fold like that. In fact, I'll pause it. and we can lift it back up and we'll change it. Oh, it's gone way over the other side too, so I can lift that up and tilt it and bring it across, and hopefully that should start to help it come over this way a touch more. And then we'll change this to, we'll go to fabric and we'll change it to wool, see if that makes any difference, and see if it helps it sit a little better. So we'll resim that and see how that settles. And that's worked a bit better. We don't have such awkward folds in it now. And we'll just let that sim and relax. That looks good to me. So next we'll crack on with some pillows. I'll just sync this just to see how big it is. That's pretty big. That's ginormous. So we will adjust that to suit. That should hopefully look pretty good pillow wise. So we'll just carry on as we did before. Same thing, Control C, Control V, and then we'll copy one of these again. And we'll scale this up. Holding down Shift will do it uniformly. We'll make this quite a bit bigger because I want to add some stitching into this. So we will copy and paste that to create the two outside ones, and then we'll start lining things up. So these two, in fact we'll bring it all away from the bed. It's always quite handy to sim stuff on the floor first. It allows you to see what's going on a little bit better, and obviously there's far less simulation time. I just need to select one of these, so we'll flip that. And then we'll line these up above it and below it like we did with the duvet. So we're creating a body inside of our pillow. Hopefully that'll help. So we'll quickly stitch these together. Just make sure we get it right this time. Oh, wrong way. So that's our inside pillow. I'm not going to stitch the outside of these to the inside pillow like I did before. We're going to stitch these to each other like this. So that should just simulate around each other. If we remember before, the pressure was a bit much, so we'll put the pressure to 2. Leave the pressure on these ones at 0. But what I am going to do is draw a seam in this pillow. And the same for this. It's going to have a seam in this pillow. And what I want to do is then select these shapes. So 2D pattern, where is this? So we have shape 2D there and shape 2D there as well at the same time, and this will go back to the fold angle again. We'll turn that up to 320, and we'll put the strength on 7, and we'll see what happens there. So we should be able to just pull this down towards the floor, less simulation time, and hopefully something nice will happen instantly. So that's stitching it all together. We've got that edging that you normally get on a pillow. Looks like it's kind of working. Looks like it's split a little bit in the center. What I can do is pick these 2D shapes again, and we'll put elastic on as we did before. We'll try and pull this edge out because it looks like the inside's trying to get out at the moment, which we don't want it to do. In fact, what we'll do is we'll just reset it where it was. Wow, that wasn't supposed to happen. Let's not do that. Let's reset this where it was. No, let's not do that either. Let's just bring this up and we'll resim it. We'll just let that simulate for a moment. In fact, we'll turn the particle distance up while we're here. Don't need to have it on 20 just to get this to work. Quickly simulate it on 40. Yep, that's starting to spread out a bit more instantly. Just lets it do it a bit quicker. And then we'll play with the pressure of these. So we'll put them up to 3. See how that works. That looks like it's starting to fill up a little bit. Stretch this corner out a bit more. Stop the weird folding. Doesn't seem to want to. So we'll set the pressure up again. We'll just put it to 5 and sim that and see it start to blow up. We can just keep on trying to pull this corner down. So that's starting to blow up like a pillow. Might even put that up to 6 now. And what I'm going to do is put the particle distance down to 20. I'm going to pick this up. I'm going to flip it round and see if this sorts out the strange little corner that we're getting. And then I'm going to put it into position and I'm going to simulate it on the bed. And I'll stick it at a bit of an angle. Bring it down to where it needs to go. Up against the headboard. I'll stick it a bit flatter than that. And we'll let it simulate and see if it just relaxes itself out a bit more. As you can see, this is all very time consuming, but you know, you get results that just weren't really that possible in 3ds Max before software like this came along. I don't think anyway. Pillow looks like it's falling to the side a little bit. That corner looks like it's starting to sort itself out too. It's having a bit of a moment. So we'll just keep that in that sim. And then I think what we might do is play with the seams again. So we should be able to just sew this together so the inside of these are now stitched properly. And that should hopefully pull it all together. That's more like it. So now we can grab these shapes that we had before, and we can turn the elasticity off, because now we have actual seams in there. They don't need to be elastic. And that's fixed the corners and given me what it is that I'm looking for. Now that's happened, it looks like it could do with some more pressure still again. But we'll keep doing that in the next file, and we'll work on it, and we'll get a few more pillows in there and get a few cushions, then hopefully we'll be done with fabrics.